All right, I'm back. Western Express. This will probably be one of my last videos. This experience has been, do not come to this company. It's a horrible company. They don't value their drivers. It's a mess. This company is truly a mess. And yeah, so I'll fill you in from where I left off. The last video I made was Saturday. So that was like 2 days ago. Today I think it's the 28th or 29th. I was in, at the time I made that video, I was in Jackson, Mississippi. I had just picked up my first load. The day before I went and I recovered a truck in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I recovered a truck in Alabama. When my recruiter contacted me and I came out here, I was told that I was going to get a fairly new truck. The truck's not really new. Had right when I pulled off, it had 2 flat tires. The truck, it rattles when it rattles, you know, is what it is. So as soon as I got the truck, I had to clean it out. I had to recover a truck, so I had to clean it out, and then I went to pull off to go to Taylorsville, Mississippi to pick up a load, but I couldn't pick that load up because I had two tires that were flat. When I took off, the tires didn't look flat. I guess I could not have kicked them hard enough, but there was 2 holes in there because as I was going down the street, I'm seeing a lot of smoke, and I'm like, oh man, these tires are flat. So I picked it up from a Pilot, so I took it back to the Pilot, and I had to get a hold of Breakdown. When you break down, you have to take pictures, put in a DVIR, and wait on Breakdown to contact you. That's a whole process, you know. Where I had the truck parked, I was right in front of a Goodyear, but I had to wait for Breakdown. So by the time they contacted me, the Goodyear was closed. But they do have 24-hour service, so they ended up coming out late that night, fixing the tires on there. So that could have been Friday. Was that Friday? Yeah, that was Friday. So Saturday morning, that could have been Thursday. I forget, but basically, the next day I got up and I left and took off to, no, that was Friday. I took off to Taylorsville, Mississippi Friday. I got there, got to the shipper, took a wrong turn inside the shipper's compound. I was backing up, got stuck in a little ditch. I wasn't really it wasn't a big ditch, but it was a ditch that I got stuck in to where I needed to be pulled out because the steer tires ended up getting stuck. I had to do a breakdown DVR then. Western Express never came. They never came and pulled me out. The company where I was picking up called a wrecker, and they pulled me out. And I believe I don't know if they paid them or not, because I don't know. The wrecker was telling me, hey, look, if I don't get paid, I'm gonna have to confiscate the truck. And I'm like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, but if you confiscate it, wherever you take it, I gotta sleep in it, you know, because I'm from Michigan. I'm down in Mississippi. You take the truck, where am I going to sleep? And I wouldn't let them take that because Western Express don't come here. It's very hard getting a hold of someone. they don't do common sense things. You got to go through this to get something done. You got to go through too much to get stuff done. It's out of order. It's no order. Like I said, they never came and pulled me out. So after that, I got to the shipper like at 9 or 10. I didn't end up getting pulled out to like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Then after that, I went down, got the load, got loaded up, secured the load. Then I had to tarp the load, but where that was at, it's flatbed. I'm still new to flatbed, and I really don't know how to back up a flatbed trailer that good, so I couldn't like really use their tarping station. So I pulled off their lot because they didn't want people tarping on their property, and I tarped the load. By that time I get done tarping the load, it's like 7 o'clock at night. Now Taylorsville is backwoods to me because I had to drive an hour to get to Jackson because the closest pilot was in Jackson. So I drove after I secured the load because I was thinking about staying at the shipper, but I thought to myself, like, I don't want to stay here, if I'm thinking, hey, if at least I'm at a pilot, I can get a shower, buy some food, So I drive an hour and get to the pilot. I'm able to park. I had got to do a 34-hour reset there. So I do that, spend the whole day Saturday there. So I spent the whole day Saturday there. I'm glad I did. I got to do some laundry, got to eat, kick back and chill. Sunday morning, I get up and I get ready to leave, and then the lights, my back trailer light is out. So I got to do a DVR for that. So they route me to a Love's to get the light fixed. I end up spending like 4 hours there waiting. So the pigtail ended up, the problem was the pigtail. The pigtail was rubbing up against the tire, which it put a tear in the pigtail, which was causing the lights to go out. So that got fixed. By the time that got fixed, I was able to ride like 4 or 5 hours, and I got to Arkansas, West Memphis, Arkansas. I got there, spent the night there, and then the next day I left there and drove to Illinois. I went to I don't know if Ephraim, Illinois. Got there, spent the night, and then today I drove to the shipper. But then on the way, I ended up having a family emergency. Told them, hey, look, I need to drop this load off, and then I need to head home because, I got a family situation going on. I get to the shipper, they tell me, well, the load's late, so we can't take it to Monday. Today is, I think, Tuesday. So I'm like, okay. So I call my DM. He says, well, I'm going to call you back. We need to figure out what we're going to do. I haven't heard from him. It's 9 o'clock at night. I haven't talked to him. Last time I talked to him was 10:30 this morning. Haven't heard from him. They've been sending messages through the tablet. They haven't answered their phone. I tried calling the company. I think they blocked my number because I've been trying to call them, and when I call, I can't get through. So I had my wife call them, and when my wife called, I was able to get through. So after sitting out there, I left there around 5 or 6. After sitting out there, I just left and came to the closest Pilot, and from there, I'm leaving the truck here. I'm gonna leave the truck here. I'm gonna put the key somewhere, and I'm heading home. And I won't be back. Western Express is the worst company ever. Hands down. On a scale of 1 to 10 for worst company, I give them a 20. They are bad. They are disorganized. They don't value their drivers. They're out of order. They take forever to fix things. They lie. The recruiting office lie. When you come and they bring you down here, it's been a circus ever since I've been down here. I've heard people say that it was a bad company, but I thought, hey, that could have been their experience. They lived up to their reputation. They lived up to it. And I got the roommate I had at the hotel. He's had even worse, a worse experience than I've had. This company is bad. And if you can avoid coming here, avoid it. But if you do have to come here, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. If you are just getting your CDL, don't come here. Now, I understand if you're a felon or something and you got some stuff on your record and you're backed into a corner and you got to come here. But if you're not a felon and you don't have like a lot of points on your CDL, I would not come here, man. I would not come here. This is a bad, very bad company. It's been, the only good thing about, I think being here, I've spent more money than I've made here. I've spent more money, I believe, than what I made. I've just been, spending money on eating, spending money on little things here and there. Man, this is a bad company. Yeah, so I'm going to catch an Uber to a train station, and I'm going to go home. Their truck will be left here at the Pilot. They can do whatever they want with it. The load is still on it. The company didn't take it. I was left out there. My DM never called me. I called his boss. He never contacted me. All they've done was text me through a tablet. If you can avoid coming to Western Express, avoid it. Do not come. Believe the stories. Believe what people are telling you on YouTube. Believe the reviews. This is a very bad company. So that's all I have for you. I'm drained. I'm like mentally taxed from dealing with them. I just want to get home and get back to my family, and from there I'll just start looking for a different company to work for. But that's my Western Express experience. 3 videos and I'm done. That's bad. Yeah, so don't come to Western Express. If you do, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. That's all I got for you.